What's up, guys? My name is Dave, and this is my 2015 Honda Grom, and this is my top 5 reasons why you should buy a Grom. Now, I prefer to do most of my videos while I'm riding, so I decided to give you the top 5 while I'm actually riding my Grom. My number 1 reason that you should buy a Grom is efficiency. As you probably already know, the Grom is a super small bike. It only takes 1 gallon of gas, and it'll get about 100 miles. So you're looking at roughly $2 in gas to get 100 miles, and it does not get much more efficient than that. That leaves me with enough gas to get super deep into the country and back out, and it still leaves me enough gas to get super deep and in and out of your mom as well. The second reason you should buy a Grom is the fun factor. A Grom is hands down the most fun bike that I've owned. Number 1, how small it is. Number 2, just the absolute ridiculousness of it. I can't tell you how fun it is for me to go through an intersection at 60 miles an hour and honk my horn at people. It's downright hilarious. I know they're laughing in their cars. It doesn't get much better than that. Also, what makes it a lot of fun is how maneuverable it is. It's super lightweight. You can throw it around, you can swerve easily, you can whip around corners, and it's just overall a super fun bike to ride. My number 3 would be sex appeal. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Dave, sex appeal? Wouldn't I want like a big bike? Wouldn't I want like a Busa or a 1000cc motorbike to get all the girls? No. Well, let's look at cars, for example. You know when a dude pulls up in a big ass truck? I'm talking about one of those jacked up lifted trucks. You know the old saying how he's compensating for something? Well, girls think about that. When a dude pulls up next to a girl in a car in his big truck and he's like got his hand on the wheel and he's looking down like, yeah. The first thing that comes to mind for that girl is, he's got a small wiener. And the same goes for bikes. When you pull up on a 1000cc and you look over at a girl in a car and you're like, yeah, look at me on my 1000. She's looking at you like, you got a small wiener. But she knows when that Gromski pulls up next to her and you look over and you're on a little bitty Grom and you do that little nod and shake your head at her, she's like, that man has a big wiener. And bam, it's in the bag, dude. I'm just gonna tell you, girls love the Grom. You will get more girls on the Grom than you will any other bike. Girls love it. They love the ridiculousness, the cuteness, and they're all over it when you pull up next to them. Mark my words, buy a Grom. My number 4 reason why you should own a Grom is customization. There are a ton of different mods that you can get for a Grom, more than them Z125 boys over there got. And it looks a hell of a lot better on a Grom than it does on a Z25. That's my personal preference. To me, a Grom looks ridiculous, as it should, because of the size. The Z125 to me looks like a little bike that's trying to be a big bike. The way that it was designed by Kawasaki. But the Grom just has that look. That look at that shit look. And don't get me wrong, the Z125 has the oh look at that shit look as well, but I don't feel like it's on the same playing field as the Honda Grom. The 5th and final reason that I feel you should own a Grom is the community. Now, when I owned bigger bikes than the Grom, I noticed one thing. If you pass another bike, you might give them a little wave. If you see another sport bike sitting out in the gas station parking lot, you're not gonna stop and go over to them. Not usually, most people don't. However, with the Grom, when you see one of your boys on a fellow Grom, you don't just give him a little handout wave. You're like, my boy. You're pointing at him, you're excited. You feel your heart jump up into your throat. You're like, oh my God, it's another Grom. I'm so excited. You can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? You just, oh, you're so excited. You never get that feeling on any other bike. And if you're at a gas station and another Gromski's going by, he's gonna stop and say what's up to you, and vice versa. There's something about riding a Grom that brings it together, that brings the riders together, unlike any other bike that I have experienced. As we all know, motorcycle riding is a brotherhood. We all have something in common with each other, but with the Grom, it is on a whole different level. And I can tell you right now that you will meet a lot of cool and chill ass people that also ride Groms. So that is my top 5 reasons of why you should buy a Grom. Don't hesitate, just go buy one today.